Take marker, the amateur review. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I am your host, Ryan D. A. Ryan 680.
I'm Angela Ange.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to us, guys. Thank you once again, and let's get right to it, Angela. Let's talk about movies here. What film are we talking about today?
Well, it's a lovely Thursday afternoon, evening, if you will. But we have been eyeing this for quite some time, and I'm glad it's finally here. We are reviewing The Amateur. So when his supervisors at the CIA refuse to take action after his wife is killed in a London terrorist attack, a decoder takes matter into his own hands. So Ryan, get us started. Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, even a sneak peek cameo from John Bernthal. Yeah. So I know we had seen some of the trailers in some other movies. Yeah. And you were really pumped, really excited. What were your initial thoughts coming out of this theater after seeing this film?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give credit when it's due, and the fact is that Rami Malek is a freaking phenomenal actor. I really enjoy seeing him act, perform. Come to find out, hidden fact, guys, he's actually a twin. So when we first see him on camera, you instantly care about this character. You instantly really care about him, his intentions, his morale, his everything, his integrity, if you will, in a way to where like you get to really get a sense to where the CIA's approached and everything, and what part does he take into the CIA. I like that we got a little bit of insight of that as well. Now, we did also get from the cast as well. We did get Rachel
Brosnahan.
From which we're about to see her in Superman coming very, very soon, fastly approaching. So that was a little good glimpse of her as well. Obviously, she's been in other TV shows like the Marvelous, which was won bunch of Emmys. So, but regardless, though, this film and everything, I gotta admit, this is definitely a different type of spy movie. I would say this is a more mechanical spy film, if you will, and it really focuses more on almost like a Saw, but not as hard. Like if you were in the predicament of being in a Jigsaw like scenario, if you will, but less horror, more killing criminals, if you will,
more like
killing bad people.
Yeah, like getting vengeance, seeking revenge.
Yeah, and it's very good. It's a very different tone, and I feel like that it's a really good, solid movie, man. I really enjoyed watching him act in here, and you really get a grip on what he is struggling with and what his emotions that are grieving, it's just a lot of mixed of emotions within him, and you really get to see that. It reminds me so much of the Oscar performance that he did in Bohemian Rhapsody, and so you really get to see like whereabouts does this character take a part in and everything. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and yeah, Rami Malek is just phenomenal actor. What did you think of the film, Angela?
I agree. I absolutely think Remy stole the show. I think he blew everyone out of the water. He was so fantastic. Like you said, I know you have seen him in Bohemian Rhapsody. I have not seen him in the show Mr. Robot, but I heard really good things.
Remember, he was in Oppenheimer too.
Yes, he was. Yeah. And I really love what we've seen from him so far, and this is no exception. I think he did such a fantastic job. Like, and he starts off this movie portraying this like nerdy, shy, almost timid, kind of afraid to take risks kind of character. Obviously something tragic happens. His wife dies in this horrific attack, and then you see the need for vengeance, the need for revenge kind of take over and consume him, and you see him and kind of change a little bit, but you still kind of root for him because you want him to get that justice. And I think that's just such a testament to how great of an actor he is. Yeah. And even Lawrence Fishburne, I know he's done so many things, and I will always see him as Morpheus from The Matrix. He was so great too.
That and I would say the Daily Planet editor.
Yeah. Morpheus is a little more memorable, but even the director, and also that's what I really like about this film. It wasn't just that it was, he went rogue. You get a sense of like there's a bigger play at hand, like a government cover up, if you will. And I just absolutely love those kind of plots.
100%.
I am a sucker for those. Holt McCallany is the director who's involved in this.
Yeah, which we know from so many other
familiar face.
TV shows. Mindhunters is really one of the famous.
Remember And so again, it's just great to see him play this role, because you're kind of like, what do you believe? What do you want? You kind of want Remy's characters to survive and bring down, do what's right and bring down, the people who are doing wrong and get justice, if you will. So, but I will say, and I don't want to spoil it, but the ending, the twist, if you will, at the ending, that did catch both of us off guard. I don't think we saw that happening. And I think that was really the outcome. I think that was really good. So I really appreciate, like you say, it's a different take on a gone rogue kind of situation. So I really like that about the story. I think the story was very good. I think the cast did really great.
No, same here. I really it focuses a lot about storytelling, and I really did appreciate that. Another side note to really take into account here was that this film was actually originally set for November 2024, but due to the SAG strike and everything, it got pushed back till this obviously came out this day, April 11th. It comes out April 11th, 2025. So originally was scheduled for November 2024, but due to the SAG strike and everything, it kind of delayed a lot of films, of course, and a lot of TV projects and everything. But hey, and also, guys, moviegoers out there, this film is actually produced by Hutch Parker, Dan Wilson, and Rami Malek as well. So Rami Malek did a producing credit as well in here in this film.
And directed by James Hawes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think all of them together, again, very well done storytelling.
Yes.
Which I think that's really what makes or breaks a movie, in my opinion. You don't need super fancy gadgets and, over the top drama, explosions, action, if you will. But I think this one had a good mix of that too.
James actually has directed a few episodes of Black Mirror, which is amazing, really good show. Trippy show. It's like The Outer Limits, if you will. Of course, he's also did direct One Life with Anthony Hopkins. So I thought that was a really good film that I saw out of him as well. So yeah, he's had a really good resume. He also directed Slow Horses, which is actually an Apple TV series, which I heard good things about. I haven't seen it, but I did
with Gary
hear,
Oldman, right?
Yeah, with Gary Oldman. I did hear a lot of great things in there as well. So yeah, this guy's no amateur, if you will. He's not an amateur. He's
so funny.
He's a very well directed and well focused director, if you will, and it really focuses a lot on Rami Malek's character, and I really did appreciate that a lot. And we get a sense to whereabouts did it go from. But yeah, anyways, rating 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest. Angela, what do you give this rating?
I might be an unpopular opinion here, but I would go with a solid 8 because it was just so enticing.
That's a good
so
one.
Captivating. It kept my attention throughout. There was no lulls for me. I think the pacing, even though it was closer to a 2-hour film, it never dragged. It never, lost my interest in any sense. So I think that's just a true testament on good storytelling and good acting. So solid 8.
So I'm gonna have to do. Let's do I'm gonna do 7.7. I'm gonna tell you why. So 7.7 because. Yes. Did I like the whole film? Yes, I did. It's a really great film. I do recommend everyone to go see this in the movie theater and everything. Now, when it comes to the outcome, the climax of the movie, I felt like I'm kind of stuck in the middle. I'm kind of like, I didn't expect it, but at the same time, though, I expected more to be revealed per se. And you guys want to know what we're talking about once you see the movie. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I feel like they didn't reveal as much as they should have, and they kept it kind of small world. And I didn't like that a little bit, so I was just like, okay, whatever. But needless to say, I still had a good time watching this movie and everything. But that's just me nitpicking it, of course, and everything. So it just, call me crazy. I really enjoyed this movie, and I still give it a above average rating. I would say 7.7 out of 10. And I do recommend, once again, film goers to go check this movie out because it's a really good mechanical spy thriller. And this is by no means necessarily filmed in an amateur style. I'll say that. But all right, guys, thank you so much for making this a part of your day. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Have a
good one, guys. See you at the movies. Catch you later. Like, share, subscribe. Latest.